We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping this. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust them cause they numb it. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Giants, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? On
2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So his first sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
On second down, Elliott once more. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Next to score, Cowboys 7, Giants 9.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action, it's Taylor. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott to throw it. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Back to it after the pick-6. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's caught again by Schultz. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Got out of the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When we say the sky's the limit for CeeDee Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
19, Pioneer, 79 Broncos.
3rd and 2, now Taylor. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Inside give to Elliott. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On play action, Prescott steps away. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and come.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw is Prescott. A dump off to Elliott.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Throwing, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, another free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. Prescott off play action. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Play action now. Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Taylor. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Under pressure, they got him again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Top 19.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Taylor. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go play action now. Taylor. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Taylor. Flush to his right. And that is
is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Taylor.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half? It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm